Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to be here. This is our first Vesper concert of the season. So we have many concerts that we put on here at the church throughout the year, and so we haven't gotten to do one like this in a while. We had a women's concert in the spring, and so we'll be having another one of those coming up. But it's just really exciting to be able to be back with you and to get to make music live. I just want to talk very quickly about this group, what this group is. And so this kind of goes back to 2019. I started reaching out to some people, and I thought, would really love to get together some primarily music teachers in the area that are giving, so much of their time to other people, but don't get to perform a lot themselves because of the time commitment. So I started reaching out to some people and said, would you like to do this group? And they said, sure, when are we gonna do that? And I said, this month in 2020, right? Yeah, so it did not happen, and we tried again, and so finally, almost 3 years later, it's just ridiculous. It's finally happening, and so behind me you see people that they teach music in churches and schools, and they teach privately. We have people who also they perform a lot in the community, and so what this group does is I give them music ahead of time. They learn it. We show up, we have rehearsals, we have 3 rehearsals basically in a dress, and we put on a concert. Due to unforeseen circumstances this week, we lost one of our rehearsals, so we've had 2 rehearsals in a dress, okay? But I assure you that you won't even know that, because this group is amazing. There's a saying that I would hope is archaic by now, and that is, those who can't do, teach. And these people are here to show you that that is very wrong. And so, and really they're here because they love making music. They love making music at a high quality and just having community with one another. They are wonderful. They have been wonderful to work with. And so we're going to get started. Again, thank you for being here.
Here
our next song in the program, it's a little bit of a different speed. How many of you are familiar with the jazz standard Blue Skies? Awesome. So this is the arrangement by Steve Zagree, and also very excited because not only do we have James Jim Homeyer singing with us, but he is going to be our guest accompanist for this number. So please enjoy Blue Skies. I don't like to talk a lot in front of people. Okay, I know it seems weird to some of you who are around me a lot, but I just, since we're waiting for Jim to get back up, I do want to say that, you know, the next song is Somewhere from West Side Story, and it just has just some of the most beautiful lyrics. And so it's just, to hear them sing this, it's very moving, and I think that it's an especially important message for us right now. But it says, there's a place for us, somewhere a place for us, peace and quiet and open air, wait for us somewhere. There's a time for us, someday a time for us, time together with time to spare, time to learn, time to share. Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving, somewhere. And then it goes on from there, but I just... really, the message is very touching, and regardless of where we come from, our backgrounds and our beliefs, that we can all come together, and there is a time that we can all be together, like right now, listening to this music. So, thank you.
And
So I know it's hard to believe, but we're already at the end of our program. We want to leave you wanting more. So, this is a group that sort of we were thinking may perform once a year, twice a year. It just depends on how it works with our schedules and everything. But certainly based on this experience, I hope that they will come back and we can provide more music. And so before we sing our last song, which is My Soul's Been Anchored in the Lord, a traditional spiritual arranged by the Moses Hogan, amazing arranger, composer. I would like to thank, I just want to make sure that I thank a few people. So I want to start with our awesome accompanist, Dr. Adrian Wiley. And I'll just sort of sweep this way so that this is how my brain works, okay? And then I want to thank you because it's just been like really awesome to be with you, and you're amazing, and the gift that you're providing the community. I mean, I can wave my arms all day long, but you really do the work. So thank you so much to you for putting in this work. Please thank them for all the work they've done. Want to thank our AV volunteers today. So Eli Schweikert he's back there. He's helping out. He also is our youth education director here. He also does our tech. He also does, he's our contemporary music director at our 9 a.m. service. He does so many things. And so he's here helping. And then George Whittaker in the back, who set up all of the sound equipment and who's running the sound today. Please thank them. And last but not least, thank you to Memorial Presbyterian Church and our awesome pastors and head of staff and the people who support this. So when I go to my bosses and I say, I've got this idea, I'd really like to do this thing, and instead of looking at me like I'm crazy, I mean, there's a little bit of that, but still at the same time, they're like, that sounds really good, let's do that. And so it's very supportive, and it's just, this is a wonderful place to work, it's a wonderful place to worship, and just really grateful that that the people in this church support these things and want them to happen and then make them happen. So I just want to say it's awesome to be in this room. So without further ado, we would like to finish our concert with My Soul's Been Anchored in the Lord. And I do want to mention our soloist. So our first soloist from the first song, Miranda Ganop, who is a private voice instructor in the area. And so then we have Jake Salisbury, who is the choir director. He was the Somewhere soloist at Gladwin Community Schools. He's the choir director there. And then we have in our next song, in our last song, we have David Ackerman, who is the pastor. I don't want to get this wrong. Mount Haley Church of God. Awesome. And then we have Anna Doring, who is the choir director at John Glenn. That's right, at John Glenn. So again, this is just awesome. I'm going to put this down so you can listen to them sing. All right. Thank you so much for coming, by the way. And please feel free, when this is done, to come up and talk to them and congratulate them.
Before I'd stay in hell one day, my soul's been anchored in the Lord. I'd sing and pray myself away. My soul's been anchored in the Lord. My soul's been anchored.